Hi there, this is Save with Crypto. Okay, welcome back to part 11 of the 2k to 1 million challenge. I just want to quickly answer this question for Balladonna, who said, "Hi, Save with Crypto, I got a little confused. Is it okay for me to reinvest all the LK MEX that my farm produce, or it's better not to touch it? If yes, how often do you recommend to do it?" Yeah, and of course the answer is yes, you should be reinvesting the LK MEX that you produce. So the idea is that the LK MEX that these farms produce here can't directly reinvest it in the LP tokens there, because we need extra eGold for that. So what we're doing, we're putting them in here. So it's worth noting the APRs. So that'd be coming out, say for example, of a farm with 242% and going into one with 160%. So in that case, we could use the optimal harvest calculator. So it's 242 and 160. So 242 goes there, 160 goes there. And say we're just doing that single farm, the amount that you're using is $717 worth. So 717 goes there. The fee for harvesting a steak is about 30 cents, maybe 31. So the answer is you would do that every $18, which would take every 91 hours. And that's to achieve the maximum efficiency from the compounding. If you were talking about just this farm here, where you want to reinvest what you've already earned, obviously it's going to take a while with this because it's earning quite slowly. But for example, the amount staked here is about $100 and the APR is 160. So in that case, you'd be looking at $100 for the principal, and then you could put 160 here and 160 there because it's going back into the same farm. The fee for a reinvest is about 12 cents. Actually, it might be slightly less now. So the answer for that would be every time it's $3.46, which would take quite a long time, 190 hours. Now, you obviously can't do $3.46 because the minimum is $10. So with this one, you'd reinvest every $10 and that would be fine. It's always better to leave it longer rather than shorter before you do the compounding. And remember, if you haven't got this calculator, all you need to do is go to the link in the description to get it. And then when you're there, just go File, Make a Copy, and you can make your own copy and customize it as you wish. So I hope that answers your question. Now, 2 days ago, if you see a screenshot here, you can see that I put 1.9237 eGold into Galaxy Staking on the Maiar app. And in that 2 days, it's earned 0.001257 eGold. The idea is we're going to use that for the fees when the current amount runs out. At the moment we've got like $16 worth of eGold in the account, so when that runs out we can use that eGold for the fees. But George the other day suggested that what I should do instead is use the EGLD-RIDE farm, because that's paying 45% in MEX that you can then swap for eGold. And sounds like a quite good idea, actually. The only thing is to withdraw from this, I believe costs about 10 cents, and to withdraw from the Maiar app when you do a claim is about 2 cents. And as we're talking quite tiny amounts of money, I'm still not entirely sure which one's going to be best for our needs, actually, because you see the appeal here was doing a claim here costs like 2 cents, and if you were to harvest from a farm it costs about 10 cents, and then you would have to swap the MEX into eGold, which then there's another fee for doing that as well. So I'm just wondering overall which one's going to work out best. So what I did this morning was I bought 4.111 eGold for $651, which I thought was quite a bargain, really, because everything went down massively, obviously, in price today. So I'm going to use the same amount of that and put it in my larger account and just set up a separate farm, run that for a few days and see which one works out best. Okay, so we want the RIDE eGold farm to be worth 1.9237, which is the same amount as what I've got staked in the Maiar app, and then we can compare the two. sort of directly. So if I divide that by 2, that's the amount of eGold that I need to change into RIDE. So I'll do that first of all. Okay, so you can see that I've got the eGold in there, so I can do the swap now. So I'm going to be swapping eGold, and I'm going to be swapping 96185. Okay, we're swapping that into RIDE. Okay, let's swap. Okay, sign transaction, transaction sign, swapping tokens. You notice here I had this slippage set on 0.1%. That's what I do by default. So now we can provide liquidity by going add liquidity. We're going to be using the RIDE that I've just done, maximum amount of RIDE, and eGold, add liquidity, sign transaction, okay, adding liquidity. Okay, so now we can stake that to produce unlocked MEX. So that'll be this farm here, stake LP, maximum, stake, sign transaction, okay. Okay, so that's done now. Okay, so that farm's worth about $296 now, and that will be earning MEX, and it's earned a little bit of MEX already. Okay, so to finish off the video, just a quick word about the markets really. I mean, everything is looking pretty bad, isn't it, really? You know, some of our favourite ones like Utrust, eGold, Ethereum, Matic, all them sort of things have had quite a battering today. Try not to panic. If you've got any money on the side, it's probably worth buying a few things, because I think everything's on a bit of a sale at the moment. Now, will it go worse or not? Well, I've drawn this falling wedge like everybody else on YouTube is drawing at the moment. And, you know, the way this could go, well, it can only come down here for so long, and then it will either, you know, break out one way or the other. I think statistically it's more likely to break up, but there is a possibility it could come down as well. So let's keep our fingers crossed, eh? What I really don't want to see is it breaking this trend line here and, you know, coming down here. But this is Bitcoin, but everything's kind of following Bitcoin. So, you know, let's see what this does really. And the weekend's coming up as well. So the weekend's going to have extra volatility that may mean something or may mean nothing. It's really hard to say, really. But overall, try to stay positive. Bear in mind that all the markets are crashing at the moment. So it's not just crypto. Probably not the most positive video in the world, but if you've enjoyed it, give it a like. If you're not feeling very positive, click dislike twice. Make sure you're subscribed. Tick the notification bell, and above all, tell your friends.